Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Deck Hangar, a new series where we break down various builds in the new Gundam trading card game. From high level meta to community creations, we're checking out the most battle ready decks for you to try out at locals. So let's open the hatch, climb in, and look at today's build. This is Deck Hangar. Today I'm showcasing my custom Gundam deck build, which is a hybrid of Red's aggressive ping style gameplay along with White's dependable defensive units. I don't have a name for this deck yet, so feel free to comment names after the video to help me out. But to get started, we're going to start with our first unit, which is 4 copies of the Z Zulu. This is a great early game card to apply pressure due to its ability to gain AP +2 when attacking an enemy player. So this just completely obliterates those EX bases early on, which is great for applying that early game pressure. Next, we're running 4 of the Gundam Ilfris. Again, another staple in decks that run white. It's a great 3-2, 2-4 blocker. Not much needed to be explained on that. Next, a card most people may not run in their deck is the Gira Zulu. This is a 3-2, 3-2 with the Neo Zeon trait. I like this card just because if you don't see your Z Zulu and you find this has enough attack power to still swing and destroy an EX base, and then in the mid to late game when it can be played from the pilot effect of full frontal, it has that link so it can be aggressive as well. Our next unit is the Kshatriya 4-2. We only run 3 of it because of the Merida ability. We want to link her with higher level units so she has more potential units to use her ability into, and I'll go into that in just a little bit. But this is just another great card that she links with and full frontal links with, since it links using the Cyber new type trait. Our next unit, which is our other set of blockers, this is the 5-4 L Strike blocker. Probably one of the best blockers and mid-range cards in the game, especially when you pair it with any level 4 pilot. It allows you to return a 4 HP or lower unit to the owner's hand, so this is a great way to control the board in the mid game. But it shines really well when linked with Kira because of Kira's ability when he attacks to -2 AP. This allows you to potentially swing into a bigger body and survive that swing with Kira's ability, and also return something to hand. So a great way to kind of control the board in that mid game. Our next unit, which is one of our main units of the deck and probably one of the boss cards, is our level 5 Kshatriya. Has the ability of, when paired with a Cyber new type or new type pilot, which is a majority of the pilots in this deck, you get to choose 1 to 2 enemy units and deal 1 damage to them. That's just a great effect, and the fact that it's on paired, not link, means that I can put full frontal down or Kira on it and get that ping damage, which is just a great way to help, control some of the bigger bodies to get them within range of your attacks. Our next, and my opinion, one of the best cards in this deck is the level 6 Sananju. This is the boss card in my opinion, especially when utilizing the units of the paired ability with the high maneuver, allowing him to swing at any rested unit or base and shields without worrying about blockers due to the high maneuver it gains during pair. So essentially the way you would want to utilize this card is you want to play it down, hopefully pair it or link it with full frontal for even more aggressive gameplay, Use the during pair ability to ignore blockers, swing at base or shield, and then choose an enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. So this is a great way to take some enemies, bigger units, put 2 damage on them, and then finish them off with a smaller unit, saving your bigger units for later on instead of having to swing with one of your bigger units and trading. This is a great way to trade with a smaller unit, so you get to keep that pressure later on. Getting into the pilots, we only run 2 Kiras. I only went with 2 because we don't run a lot that he links with, but he's just a great card because again, his ability of AP -2 is with any unit. So this is great to beef up some of your smaller units and have them swing without trading because of his AP -2. Marita, probably one of the main pilots in the deck. She has the during link, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit. So if you pair her with a level 5, her main unit, then when she attacks, you can deal 1 damage to anything that's level 5 or lower. And that's really great because of how this game system works. When you declare your attack, you get to ping that damage. So if there is a blocker that only has 1 HP remaining, then you get to attack and kill that blocker before they even have a chance to declare a blocker. So this is a really good card and really good effect in my opinion when linked and when attacking. Our last pilot, which we run 4 of as well, is the full frontal. Whole lot can be said about this card. I know it is a level 6, which is why this deck is more of a mid-range focus, but it has 2/2, which is one of the only few pilots in the game right now with 2 and 2 on it. And then also when paired, you can deploy 1 Neo Zeon or Zeon unit that is level 4 or lower from the hand. So the way I like to utilize this card is pair it and begin flooding the board by, playing some of the 4/2 Kshatriyas if I have it in hand, or the 3/2 Gear Zulu, or even the 2/2 Z Zulu. All of these here can be deployed from that full frontal effect, which is why I tried to keep this more of a red Neo Zeon deck to utilize full frontal's ability the best I can. Moving on to the commands for the deck, we do run quite a few, but I think they're essential for this deck. Starting out with 4 Overflowing Affection. This is just a great card that most people use in white, which is why I wanted to make a red-white deck, because I think this is a much better searcher than the 4/3 Show of Resolve. Moving on, we have 2 copies of Close Combat. This is just a great command with the burst effect that literally allows you to activate the main effect, choose an enemy unit, deal straight damage to it. Great card, very common in ping decks. The other command that's very common in ping is our Battle of Aces. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in focus here. Has the burst, very similar, if not exactly just like the Close Combat. Choose an enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it off burst. But the action is where it really shines, because you're doing small ping damage in this deck. You may already have a unit that's taking 1 ping damage. Boom, play this card down, deal 3 damage to it. Now you've done killed a 4 HP unit without even having to use a unit swing in the process. Our last command is the White Striker Pack. This is just a great card as well, in my opinion, to keep blockers on the field. I'm only running 8 units, so these 2 allowed me to get some more blockers when I need it. Love to see it out of shield area because of its burst effect. Take your enemy off, taken by surprise by bursting this. Now you've got a blocker. Now they got to rethink because, oh, you have a way to defend yourself if they have a follow-up attack. And then we're going to round out the deck with our base. We run 4 copies of the, I'm probably saying this wrong, but the Raylula. Love this base in this play style because you get to add a shield to your hand and then choose one enemy unit with 5 or less AP, deal 1 damage to it. So 5 AP is a good mid-range to lower attack power. So there's a lot of units that this base can deal damage to, and when you sync that with your commands or your other units, you can really control the board against some of the aggro heavy decks that are being played more often with the green-blue aggro. So again, this is my just custom deck that I've built and been testing at home with my wife, and I plan to take it to locals at my next event. So I appreciate everyone who has stayed and watched, and thank you for hanging out in the hangar with me. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. It goes a long way, especially starting out. And don't forget to drop your builds in the comments. I would love to see other builds and your results from your locals. They may be something that I test out in the future, and you may get featured in an upcoming video where I show off using your deck and the results I got from my locals using that profile. So I'll catch you guys in the next hangar for the next build.